A new Fox News poll has President Trump in record territory when it comes to the economy. 55% of registered voters think the economy is in good shape. That's the most since 2001. So does this make the president unbeatable heading into the general election? Joining me now, America First Action spokesperson, Steve Cortes. Steve, great seeing you, my friend. It's been a long time.
It sure has. Too long, Charles, but thank you for having me.
So it's not just the Fox poll. It's Washington Post, ABC, Gallup, almost any pollster out there. And that's taken, and what I find intriguing by this, Steve, is if you look close into these polls, they're so divided along political lines where you say if Democrats really, felt better or acknowledged they felt better, right, President Trump would be in some sky-high numbers. And still, people are saying this election at most is a toss-up.
Right. Well, listen, I think it's better than a toss-up, and largely for this reason, by the way. I mean, I think primarily because of the economy. I think that the president is a prohibitive favorite. But why? More importantly than this being good for the president, this is just great news for America. We have a country right now of broadening prosperity, of surging optimism, and a country that is wealthier from work. That's the backdrop for a successful country, and it's also the backdrop for a successful re-election, because thankfully also in this poll, if you dig into the details, people do credit President Trump for this. For example, we often hear from people in the opposition and the so-called resistance that these are the leftovers of Obama momentum. Well, this poll, this Fox News poll, tells us the opposite. At the end of the Obama administration, only 3% of people said they were extremely optimistic about the economy. That number has now risen all the way to 20%.
Right,
so
right.
Many-fold higher, are extremely optimistic, and a record amount, at least in this century, since 2001, in almost 20 years, are optimistic overall.
And yet, Steve, it's clear the country is divided more than ever, and in recent memory, certainly. Is there any way that civility can win out in November? Because, I'm reading articles that are saying, hey, you know what, let's be there should be incivility. Right. There should be, even a greater battle between the political parties. And while we don't mind them hashing things out, it feels like we've crossed the line in many areas.
Unfortunately, I have to concur there. I'd like to be more optimistic, but I have to join you that it doesn't seem like the civility movement has a lot of backers. But listen, if I can be part of pushing civility, I think that this great economic news is great for everyone. By the way, one of the things within this poll that really excited me personally is that Hispanics in this poll give the president 52% approval rating in his handling of the economy. That's really monumental. And by the way, the Democrats, seeing that number, have to absolutely be terrified. But to this point of civility, too, I think one reason that we're so polarized is because too much of corporate media in this country simply doesn't want to talk about this great news. When I was a kid on Easter, we used to watch that epic movie, The Greatest Story Ever Told, about Jesus. Well, this is now the greatest story never told. The American economy and the surging wages out there in the country for everyone, but most especially for the people who need it most. Minorities, people with lower education, blue collar.
Although, Steve, I did see a headline on Political that said Trump's stock market taking a hit, something to that nature. So maybe if the market's down enough, they'll start talking about the market and the economy. Right. Hey, I got to let you go, but it's been great seeing you. Hope to get you back on real soon.